Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. I was going to do a video about the reaction to the new Celtic top, but there's breaking news today from Fabrizio Romano. It kind of broke earlier, but I was not too sure about the source. But Fabrizio Romano says Manchester City are considering a move for Kyogo Furiashi from Celtic. He is one of the options for the winger's position. Yeah, for the winger's position. Initial talks took place this week as they have not. Celtic are not going to sell Kyogo. Could you imagine it's not going to happen. Surely not. He's got a shoulder injury. He needs 4 months off. Have they not seen that? What a nonsense headline. Fabrizio Romano, no Celtic fan actually likes you anymore. But he did break that almost about 18 minutes ago. Yeah, 11-11. 11-11 new starts. You can't make it up. So it was 20 minutes ago as I'm recording this. The IRA is trending also in Scotland. It's one of those days. Yep, the IRA is trending in Scotland due to the new Celtic top. And the new Celtic top, let's get the reaction from social media before we talk about Kyogo again. Celtic obviously unveiled the third top this morning. For me, take it. Take my money all day long. The third kit is clad in camouflage style graphics inspired by a sea of fan flags and scarves. Our third kit marks the 30 years since the end of terracing at Celtic Park. And then they brought back safe standing, which is terracing, to bring back some atmosphere, because these modern football stadiums are absolutely atrocious when it comes to atmosphere at games. I mean, you can just look around any big stadium in the world, and there's sections that you can just. I mean, when I was in Atletico Madrid last year, I mean, you're sitting and it's like it's a different ball game altogether over there. It is a different ball game altogether. You're sitting and they get their packed lunches out. And the Spanish have got a very weird way. They don't buy stuff at the football grounds, and neither they should, because it's extortionate, especially the prices at Celtic Park. But the Spanish get out their little sandwiches and everything. They unwrap them out of tin foil and they get their bags of crisps out and their juice and everything. And it's just weird. It's bizarre. Like, coming from a background of Scottish football where you're on your feet, jumping about and singing for 90 minutes of the game. It's unbelievable. But let's dive into the comments. Highland Paddy says that description is a bit of a reach. And then, do we get a free balaclava with that? I had to wait on the first one. This will send the South Koreans into absolute meltdown. All they need is a blackberry handed out free going into Celtic Park, and black flags. Oh my goodness, you could get me into a song this morning. Love it. Wee bit of pink on that, and I can't see Matt picture, please. You can't see Matt O'Reilly pictured in it because Matt O'Reilly's not going to be here. Very nice Celtic FC, but the camouflage is in fact we appear to be heading towards another dreadful transfer window. We're not ready to be competitive in Europe, and a couple of injuries, transfers, struggling domestically. Get the finger out, says Ian. Roman Catholic Logo says, this is class. Can we sign some players, please? A free balaclava with every shirt. You the Celtic fans are going to love this. Adidas jersey, a tribute to Celtic FC's steadfast home support through the decades, clad in camouflage style graphics, inspired by the Provisional Irish Republican Army, which were proud to be supporting on the wings of. That's absolutely brilliant. Can you imagine the meltdown? Oh man, Celtic have made my day. Asking all fans yet again. Let's do a deal, Celtic FC, says Brian. Guarantee us 4 new signings by Saturday and we'll buy this kit. Sounds good. Be careful what you wish for, Brian, because I think Celtic will come out with at least 4 signings before the end of the transfer window. Not this time. I usually get all the Celtic kits plus the training gear. I'm not buying anything until the board gets some players in capable of progressing in Europe. It seems to be everyone is saying the same thing with the Celtic fan. And this is on Twitter, by the way, this one. I'm going to go on to Instagram and Facebook, because you get a different perspective from different fans on different platforms. Sam Rogers said, whoever considering priorities at the club might be wrong. Consistent sales, tweets about promoting third strips, while we have signed one player, Casper Schmeichel, Brendan Rodgers' pal. We have signed a couple of players since then, but move on. Mitch says, no, I really don't like this at all. Personal taste, but casual wear is not a team strip. It's not casual wear, it's a uniform, so simple in its style. It has no braids of gold or a hat of feather bloom. And my mother has preserved it all the while. The inscription inside the collar reads macaroon bars and chewing gum. Maybe the opposition will see the new centre half and the new left back and the new winger sneak in at the back post. That's class. Don't dare let Kyogo and Matt go in the same window. Yes, with the breaking news that Kyogo is a target for Manchester City. And you've got to say, if somebody like Man City comes in for Kyogo, and that's going to be a tough one for Celtic. But realistically, are they going to come in for him, where it's been suggested that Kyogo might need a shoulder injury? Or is Brendan Rodgers just putting that out there to cover up Kyogo? And the fact that he might be leaving the building. That's an interesting thought and a permutation that we thought we'd never really seen coming, is it? Inspired by you-know-who, we are the sporting wing. The irony would be lost. I'm still not seeing a left back, centre back signed unless you've unveiled them in this new top. We've missed it. That's all that's to be said on Twitter. We'll now jump over to the one and only Instagram and see what they're saying on Instagram. Do you know the best bit is I'm not going to get overly worried about this because that mob across the road still wear red at the top of their socks. And we all know what that means, right? We all know that means up to their knees in Fenian's blood, right? So let's not get overly excited about the fucking hurrah on social media about Celtic shouting out about the you-know-who when they wear socks and the red at the top of the socks is a reminder to them of up to their knees in Fenian blood. So just, they can all go and do one as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let's jump over to Facebook and see what Facebook is saying. They go with the same headline, the Adidas hashtag Celtic FC 24-25 third kit clad camouflage. Brilliant. Free black beret and balaclava handed out at the does. They've been using Rio as a number of ads over the past week. I think they're telling us that he's staying at Parkhead for the immediate future, despite rumours to the contrary, says Jim Dolan. Another one, Joe, says, are the shorts the same colour? And yes, they are. What colour? Don't know, can't I see them? You know, anyway, as a Hibs fan and Tick fan in my household, my dad's first team is Hibs, then Celtic. My mum is a Celtic fan, then Hibs. Jesus, that's a confused family. I'm not even going to read the rest of the comment. Since it's a third kit, it should be the cheapest to buy to help fans who pay out for season books, transport to games, and food at the stadium. Buy legit merchandise at the club store as a reflection of the support, and they show it. The fact that Celtic made 32 million last year, I think they're going to try and break records this year. Be buying this, it says Daza. Everyone's buying it. There is a bit of a defence where already wearing camouflage shirts this season. They seem to disappear when crosses come in, says James. The next one's Stuart. Is it just me, or is Rio pink top underneath make him look better than the Adidas black one? Yeah, and why has he got the pink one underneath it? It's they've obviously just say, right, put this one on, rather than say, take the pink one off first. He's just thrown the top on. Next up, the third kit release. We are weaker than the cup final day. Mugs, says Brian. Three tops want more money out of us as fans, but our team is no better than last season's. Pre-order minds and love it, boys, says Amanda. Good on you, Amanda. Seen someone wearing it in the Hoops Bar in Tenerife on Sunday. It looks really good. VAR can never give us offside in camouflage. Does anyone know the price? It'll probably be the same as the rest of the prices. I think I'll pick this one up. More fan fleecing. Let's see how much we can get from the fans. Is it a Gucci belt with that top? That's from Facebook. Let's jump over to Instagram. The perfect picture. Yes, it has Tomoki Iwata, Lewis Palmer, Tony Ralston, Tomoki Iwata, Rio Hatate, and Stephen Welsh, looking like they're looking like they're a tribute to the Irish Republican version of Take That. Yes, it looks like they're on the road again. They are on the road again. I don't know if they're trying to make them look like. The first comment looks like they're heading to the Wolf Tones at the Barras. Oh my god, that will be the top of choice. The Wolf Tops at the Barras. Don't buy it, boss, unless the board starts splashing cash, says Nick. And we're a band, they're a boy band that we didn't need. Any of our new signings wearing camouflage too? We can't see them. This uniform is hanging in what's known as Father's Room. Uniform is so simple and it's still everybody knows the song. It's absolutely brilliant. Do we get other shirts for it? I now see the board's direction finally. So we go to strengthen our team for the Champions League, sell our best players, and then we wear camouflage kits so no one can see us coming and score loads of goals. Got it. Says that comment. Radidas. Radidas. Oh, that's brilliant. Radidas. That is it. That's what the new top's called. The Radidas top. Anyway, it was perfect. Then O'Reilly would have been there. Yep. Notice that Matt O'Reilly isn't wearing the new top at all, which suggests that Celtic are obviously expecting him to be going out the door. This was done in 10 a few weeks ago anyway, these pictures. But it is what it is, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Will you get me buying it? Of course you'll get me buying this top. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Just take my money now. There's one thing, Kyogo wasn't pictured with the tops either, but with the news coming out today that Kyogo is a target for Man City, allegedly, he's on a shortlist. He is on a shortlist. Whether he makes it to the end of that shortlist, look, Man City have got an abundance of cash, but they're also a club that have got an abundance of fines getting ready to be paid. Manchester City want to sign Celtic striker Kyogo Furuhashi as a replacement for Julian Alvarez, according to The Athletic. The Premier League champions have only signed one winger this far, and they're looking to bolster the squad. They are looking to bolster the squad. Pep Guardiola wants him to ease the burden on Haaland. He wants them to ease the burden. I'm not looking forward to the end of the window now. We're down to the arse end of the window. Kyogo Furuhashi wanted by Manchester City. Leicester City want Rio Hatate. This could absolutely devastate Celtic. Surely Celtic have to stand fast and make sure that we don't sell any more players, because if we do, I think the fans are well within their right to be not happy at all. I mean, I did say that the voices should have been loud and proud the first game of the season when we hadn't brought players in. It's getting to the end of the transfer window where sneaky teams like Man City and things do put bids in for players so they don't not get caught in a bidding war. They don't want to get caught in a bidding war. And they'll test Celtic's resolve. They will test Celtic's resolve. We're trying to put in an offer, but then Celtic can turn around and say, sorry, he's going in for an operation, which could blow that out the water from Manchester City. And Rio Hatate, if he leaves, well, we're going to need a third midfield player in. Anyway, it is absolutely mayhem out there today on the social medias side for Celtic. The IRA is trending. I need to go back and see this. The IRA is trending in Scotland. And I think it's absolutely hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. I can't even speak anymore. I'm that absolutely... it's fantastic. Anyway, on that note, have a fantastic afternoon. I shall see you this evening, 8 o'clock Celtic part time for the live this evening, and just hopefully we might still have Matt O'Reilly, but I doubt it. Let's just hope that we can maybe put someone else in his place and camouflage him up and send him off in a parcel. Hasta luego.